Alrighty, gang, we are back at it on Monday for another Crash to the Titans with Melinda May. This time against two copies of Nick Fury. So, alright, let's do it. Nick Fury is a yellow, blue, and purple user, which I probably won't have to repeat twice because hey, again, the fight's gonna be pretty much the same. Yellow ability, Avengers Assemble, that costs 10. It will it'll stun, create critical tiles, create attack tiles, several other um, damaging moves for 10 yellow because it used to be 12. Way back in the day. Demolition costs 10, and what it will do for level 5, it will create 7 trap tiles on the board. Obviously, they're going to be hidden to us. If Nick Fury matches the trap tiles, then it will do a small amount of damage, for the trap tile match. But if we match the trap tile, then it'll destroy all the trap tiles on the board, and we get dealt the accumulated damage of the value of the trap tiles on the board. So if each trap tile on the board is worth 500 damage, that's 3,500 damage right there. Okay, and then if there's 6 tiles on the board, then it'll be 3,000 damage, so on and so forth. All right. And then finally, his purple ability is Escape Plan for 11 purple. What it'll do, it'll deal damage to us. Then it'll create a countdown tile that I'm trying to remember here. Does it steal? I know it steals AP, but I'm trying to remember, is it AP in our strongest color, or is it, or just AP in general? We'll double check and see real quick. Once we get into the fight, into the Crash of the Titans, even though I could click over to my Nick Fury and find out, but then after the countdown tile resolves and then whatever AP is stolen, he will create a pretty strong strike tile on the board. Nick Fury's affiliations: Shield, obviously; Heroes, obviously. I forget some of the other affiliations, but those two there are the ones that are most relevant. Speaking of an agent of Shield, we got Melinda May, aka Bootleg Ming Noir. She is a blue, red, and yellow user, though not in that particular order. Her red ability is called Sure Shot. It's a insert Rage Against the Machine lyrics about wolves on parade. So you choose 2 basic or enemy strike, attack, or protect tiles, You deal damage, destroy the chosen tiles, and if the chosen tiles are the same color, then you deal additional damage instead, or the more logical damage. And then at higher levels, you choose more basic tiles, a little bit more damage, extra damage, there. Alright, Calculated Strike is her blue ability, which costs 5, stuns the target for 3 turns, and then whenever an enemy returns back from being stunned, create a 5-turn countdown tile, targeting a character, and while that's on the board, that character's matches and powers deal this here listed damage. So effectively nullifying, making Nick Fury do like 1 point of damage, essentially. And finally, Shield Training is her passive. Whenever an ally takes 10% of their total health and damage, grant the ally a burst of health, and then once per turn, if the ally would deal whatever the percentage of total health to the enemy, then the ally gains 3 AP, in their strongest color. So, you know, you can see some shenanigans with Shang-Chi at lower levels, a little bit less burst health, you know, um, higher thresholds for the damage total. So here we're probably gonna go 5 in red because, you know, this is a one-on-one fight. So to get the extra damage and whatnot. As far as her relevant affiliations, heroes, shield, street level, you know, so that's the Calvary in a nutshell. Alright, as far as boosts go, you know, blue, yellow, purple, red, you know, boost those colors there. Again, I'm going with black and team ups because, again, it doesn't really matter if you have, I'm trying to think of, is it Taskmaster Sword? That might work. Deadpool chimichangas will definitely work because you can't, you know, you need red AP. And then what we're gonna more than likely do, we're denying yellow and we're denying blue. Blue for obvious reasons because we want to stun Nick Fury, no trap tiles on the board. And then obviously we're denying yellow because, well, hey, we don't want to be stunned and have critical tiles and all that jazz on the board. So again, first time through, we should go through with commentary and go from there. Okay, so yeah, so it's still 3 AP from the strongest color. So our strongest color, which happens to be red. So again, we're just trying to deny purple, let Nick Fury, you know, take matches in off colors. You know, team ups don't really matter too much. Alright, match this team up set here. Nothing I could do there. That was gonna drop down regardless. Whatever I don't do, don't match that green there. Shift into that way there. Instead, shift it up here because we don't want that purple to drop. Decisions. I'll let Nick take the yellow, so then we'll have the blue match. The reason why, look at his escape plan, he's at 10. And see, that sets up a match 5. We'll go this way for sure shot. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and shoot up blue real quick with sure shot to make it all blues. There we go, and then calculated strike kicked in. All right, match this way here. Again, he's gonna take AP in our strongest color, so that's something that we gotta take. Okay, there's shield training there. All right, let's see here. Sure shot. Go ahead and destroy up that one. Go destroy red. Let's see here. That'll bring that down. Bring this down. Again, more damage. Boom. Calculated strike. Fury stunned. Now we got control of the board for some number of turns. Alright, we're gonna set this match 5 here. Drop that there down. Deny all those purples. And there you go. Got a team up for Nick Fury's Avengers Assembled. There goes all the rewards, at least for that node. Again, thanks Alliance for playing. Got 80,000 ISO 8. We still got here or heroic token, legendary token, and then Spider Ham to round out my anniversary. No, I do not want to baldly go where no man has gone before, and I spend $40 on Professor X and Puck. Alright, not even gonna bother repeating Nick Fury. This and here we're doing no commentary, so I'm gonna shut up, let my matches do the talking. Oh man, so that's the first time in a while that we lost one of those there. You know, at least on that attempt. Again, still like how we did last time. Boost and all that there. And then again, no commentary because Nick Fury got a better board. All right, that time we literally averted disaster there, cause that was gonna be embarrassing with the demolition. So one thing I forgot to mention about Nick Fury's demolition, uh, you obviously want to match team up tiles instead of actual basic tiles, you know, or if you happen to have a character that can reveal trap tiles on the board, hey, that's one way of going about it there. All right, so as far as pairing up Melinda May with folks, as I'm going to put shield training back up to 5. I meant say we didn't want sure shot up at 5. The main person that I pair Melinda May up with, obviously is Shang-Chi, not because not because of their heritage or anything like that there, but Shang-Chi, he kind of wants red AP. Melinda May, she'll give out AP and people's strongest colors, so there's one way of going about it there, and then you add Valkyrie for a third. Whenever her bounty hunter tile is out, then you're going to be gaining more red AP, and then you can see once you get the loop going for infinite. Well, I mean for red AP, yeah, it gets to be pretty ridiculous with Shang-Chi. Another person you can pair up Melinda May with, along with Shang-Chi, is the 4-star Doc Ock, uh, with mind of their own to do a board swap, and then unbounded potential. If you want to gain AP as well, so there's two ways to go about it there. But like if, in a pure 4-star sense, like as far as like AP goes, I'm trying to think here. Like America Chavez would be a great person to pair her up with, meaning May, because again, the more AP that America has, the stronger she gets, so on and so forth. And then, someone else you could probably use Karnak as well, because again, he starts off pretty weak, but then once once he finds the flaw, then all the damage that he's going to be doing is going to be, pretty insane. 500% match damage. So you're going to be triggering off May's passive to gain AP. Juggernaut for obvious reasons, because high match damage. Same with Ghost, high match damage, because you want that there to trigger almost always. And then, of course, anybody with team attacks will pair up with May as well, because you're going to get AP in the strongest color. So that's that in a nutshell. For the next Crash of Titans, speaking of another Agent of Shield, or well, Agent of Sword in this case, Monica Rambeau. So we're going to be taking a look at her, all her skills and abilities, and then if I remember to, I'll show off a team with her, Kamala Khan, and the 5-star Carol Danvers. Though I'll it's gonna be a little bit slow, that team there, but once it gets to cooking, you can do some pretty insane stuff. Now you probably wonder, well, which Kamala Khan are we talking about? Either one, it doesn't really matter. So there's that. Again, Black History Month vault still going, so play with your characters who happen to be uh, black or of African heritage. And let's see, is there anything else new that we have besides that there? We talked about Space Time Continuum Store, so that's, as a recording, 6 hours, 16 minutes to 616. In a few more days, we're going to be having Wong up in the stores, because, hey, season's going to start, and then we're going to be pulling probably on Saturday, because that'll be my next quote unquote free day, because I'm not gonna try and pull on Thursday. But yeah, so that's what the agenda is for this week here. Saturday pool session. Go ahead and get Wong, RiRi Williams, and Hit Monkey championed, and then go from there. So thank you all for watching. Be excellent to your fellow human beings. You know, do all the YouTube stuff, and I'll catch everybody in the next video. And sorry I didn't get the Thanos video out in time. That we were trying to well, I fell asleep. Let's just put it that way. I fell asleep.